Hi, my name is Chetna. Me and my team are going to present on business viability of Dish TV. My teammates are Misbah, Ria, Saurabh, and Vikrant. Introduction. Direct-to-home television is a method of receiving satellite television by means of signal transmitted from direct broadcast satellite. It involves distribution of multi-channel TV programs that provides TV signal directly to the subscriber's premises. The transition of DTH digital service in India was first proposed in 1996, but was denied on grounds of national security and cultural invasion. But then with various regulation, it was allowed by the government towards the beginning of 2001. The top operators of DTH services are Tata Sky, Dish TV, Airtel Digital TV, and Sun Direct. Dish TV is the pioneer and leader of the DTH services in India. It uses digital technology to enhance the picture quality. Dish TV had taken TV viewing to a higher level of sophistication. Dish TV has changed the Indian technology by bringing exclusive features like international channels, uninterrupted viewing, electronic program guide, parental lock, and geographic mobility. Dish TV's biggest cost lies in the process of customer acquisition, which involves large amount towards subsidizing the set-top box and first-year subscription prices. Dish TV platform includes 225 channels and 2 audio channels. It has a huge distribution network of about 650 distributors and 45,000 dealers spanning around 6,500 cities and towns across the country. Its registered subscriber base has crossed 5 million. The next part will be continued by Ria.
Types of markets. Market is a place where buying and selling of goods takes place. Here we will be looking into 5 primary markets, which are the perfect competition, monopolistic competition, monopoly, duopoly, and oligopoly. Perfect competition. A perfect competition is a market where there are large number of buyers and sellers buying and selling. Monopolistic competition, wherein there are large number of buyers and sellers, but all of them do not sell homogeneous products and the consumers have the preference of choosing one product over another. Oligopoly, it has a few firms and there is no clarity of the number of firms. The buyers are considered far greater than sellers. Monopoly. In this market structure, there is one seller and hence a single seller controls the entire market. Duopoly, wherein two sellers control the whole market.
On analyzing Exhibit 1 presented in the case study, we deduce that Dish TV began its operation in 2007 and it was the only player in the market. However, in 2007, it was an monopoly market structure. But then in October 2007, there began a duopoly market in India with another brand entering the market. In late 2007 and early 2008, as the market was growing at 10% CAGR, a third player entered the market, and hence it became an oligopoly market. Late 2008 onwards, two more players entered the market in competition with Dish TV, and hence there were 5 brands competing in the market.
Pertaining to the second exhibit, we know that there are different types of costs involved. So that is operating cost. It is an important component for determining the operational efficiency of any company. It includes fixed and variable cost. So fixed cost is a cost that does not change with an increase or decrease in the amount of goods or services produced. The expenses are to be paid by the company independent of any specific business activity. Second is the variable cost. It is the cost of variable inputs used in production. These vary with the change in volume of production. Total costs are the sum of fixed and variable costs for any particular level of output. If the output is 0, then the total cost would consist only of fixed cost. Total variable cost. It is the aggregate amount of all variable costs associated with the cost of goods sold in a reporting period. It is one of the key components of analyzing the corporate profitability. Total revenue refers to the total receipts from the sales of a given quantity of goods or services. It is the total income of a business and is calculated by multiplying the quantity and the price per unit. Break-even point. It is defined as a point where the total cost and total sales are equal, and it's described as a point where there is no net profit or net loss.
Types of cost. In financial year 2008, the total revenue was rupees 4130 million, the total fixed cost was rupees 4980 million, and total variable cost was rupees 1330 million. Its total subscriber base was 5 million. Average revenue is equal to total revenue upon quantity, which is equal to 8 to 6 millions. Average variable cost is equal to total variable cost upon quantity, which is equal to rupees 266 millions. At break-even point, total revenue is equal to total cost. Average fixed cost plus average variable cost is equal to average revenue. Hence, average fixed cost is equal to average revenue minus average variable cost, which is equal to 560 millions. Average fixed cost is equal to total fixed cost upon quantity, wherein quantity is equal to break-even level of the subscriber base. Hence, 560 million is equal to 4980 upon quantity. Therefore, quantity is equal to 8.9 millions. Thus, at a subscriber base of 8.9 million, Dish TV will break even, that is, it will reach no profit, no loss level.
On analyzing Exhibit 3, we can see that we can observe in the financial statement, total revenue is rupees 4,310 million and the total cost is 6,310 million. As total revenue is less than the total cost, it suffered a loss of rupees 2,180 million. But Dish TV prefers to stay in the business. Dish TV intends to pass on the cost of customer without affecting them immensely. The service tax will be passed on to its customers and will result in 12 to 12.5% hike in the monthly subscription charges. Dish TV is also focusing on innovative ways where with an increase in price, there would be value added services as well. On analyzing exhibit number 4, we see that market leadership, customer premises equipment, which is CPE, cost lowered due to reduction in central VAT from 14% to 10%. The license fee is also reduced from Q1 2008 from 10% to 6%. Such points might help Dish TV achieve its goals. Dish TV operating for the past 6 years mentioned in Q4 2008-2009 that they will turn their EBITDA positive and hence the company will head towards break even as they go ahead in 2009-2010. As in 2008-2009, Dish TV crossed the 5 million subscriber mark. They set an aggressive target of 7.5 million subscribers for 2009-2010. They plan to do so by generating additional revenue from foreign channels and carriage fee, straight away doubling the amount from INR 250 million in 2008-2009 to INR 500 million in 2009-2010. Thank you so much.